tennis legend, like arguably the best tennis player ever, certainly the best on earth right now, Novak Djokovic. He is unvaxxed. He was unable to play in a couple major tennis tournaments over the past couple of years. His argument was, hey, I'm young and healthy. Tennis, it's just one guy and another guy on the other side and a one ball. We're not breathing all over each other. I'm taking care of myself. I get plenty of sun. I eat right. I'm like the peak of physical health. Like, why should I take this vax? They are still not letting him in the United States right now. Think about how freaking insane that is. I guess it shouldn't be thought of as freaking insane, considering only 2 days ago, the Harpies at The View let their own audience take their masks off. I mean, for me, it's just like hard to believe that people still live in that reality, but okay. So that's happening right now. Novak Djokovic cannot get in the United States. So Governor DeSantis over here in the free state of Florida, he's trying to come up with a creative way to make it happen.
I think, as you guys know, number one tennis player, one of the best ever. He is being discriminated against because he didn't take the mRNA COVID jab. And he never wanted to do it from the beginning. And you know what? There are people in Florida who never wanted to do it, and we fought for your right to make that choice without losing your job or having this stuff. And so not only has he not wanted to take it, we now have the data to show these booster shots aren't preventing you from getting infected. People get infected anyways. And so, it's like, okay, now you have this rule, and we're one of the only countries in the world that has this rule that you have to show shot records to come in as a foreign visitor on an airplane. Djokovic has already had COVID. There's something called natural immunity, which the CDC didn't want to recognize, but we all know is a fact of life. And so he poses zero risk to the United States, zero risk to the state of Florida, and zero risk to Miami. So he should be allowed to compete. Now, I would run a boat from the Bahamas here for him. I would do that 100%. But
we are going to have to smuggle in tennis players on boats from the Bahamas. That's where we're at in this clown car of endless stupidity. But really, guys, joking aside, the federal government still does not want unvaccinated people in this country. Think how absolutely insane that is. And then put that in contrast to the beginnings of COVID, when we knew it was coming from Wuhan, right? Whether you thought it was coming from the lab or from the wet market or whatever. And Trump said, hey, we're going to close the doors to China. And everyone called him racist, right? Now, when COVID is basically over, we know that vaccines don't work, natural immunity does, all of the stuff. All of the sane people have moved past it. And we are still trying to keep this guy out of the United States. Do you think it has anything to do with COVID anymore, or could it have something to do with control?